Hey everyone, I guess it's time to let the cat out of the bag, or the part out of the mold as the case might be. Wound up here because I did all the initial CAD design for the differential and started getting quotes on the aluminum housings. They were looking kind of pricey. We were watching a car show on TV and they had some forged carbon parts on one of the cars. And I made a casual offhand comment to Tamara, hey, that's cool, I'd like to try that at some point. And a light bulb went off. Basically, you take a whole bunch of chopped carbon fibers and pack them into a mold so that you're left with a lightweight, strong part, pretty similar in strength to an aluminum part. As a bonus, they look pretty cool. You can see the carbon playing on the inside there. I'll walk you through a little bit of what's involved in designing a mold to do this process over here. So to make a mold, we need a body that can be the mold and just has everything that isn't the part in it. So we build out a revolve that covers the whole body. So you can see that the part exists in the center of this now. At this point, we've separated it into two separate bodies. One that is the outside of the mold, the other that's the inside of the mold. All right, so we've got the second mold all prepped up. We've got it hit with wax and then some PVA for mold release. This one we have these nails acting as ejector pins, filled in full through the back with non-hardening clay. Hopefully that'll make it a bit easier to pop the part out of this side. Both of these cups of carbon have to fit into the space between these two molds when they come together. Making sure you scrape down the side walls of the cup as you go. This part we're making is the sprocket carrier. So that transfers the load from the sprocket down onto the diff case where it carries into the actual differential and propels the car. We now have a fully loaded up mold. Do a little bit of cleanup around the edges here. And then this will be headed over to the press. All right, edges are cleaned up and we can close up this mold. Then it sits for about 24 hours and then we attempt to free it. All right, we're back. We've got the mold out of the press. We have some choice weapons assembled here and we're gonna see if we can get this freed up. Cue the time lapse. All right, we've started to make some progress here. This is just starting to crack free. First moment of truth right there. Good fill the whole way through. Looks like we got our features down at the bottom for interfacing with the diff. Now we've got these ejector pins that I dropped in behind the clay earlier, so we'll see if we can use them to free the part from the B side. All right, we've started to get this freed up a little bit. It's a little bit of flex on both sides now. See if we can get this last edge freed up. So this is how it came out. Got the center board still stuck in and one of our bolt holes. Fill looks good. You can see where the ejectors were. Not that they did a whole lot for us. There we go. Here's those really key drive features for connecting over to the diff. Next up, we've got a post cure and then a little bit of finish machining looks like we might have a part. All right, so we've got our parts. They are ready to go into the oven for post cure. We've got brake hat, which had some Kevlar on it. It meandered a bit down into the board, but we'll see if that still works. If not, this one wouldn't be terrible to make in aluminum. And then we've got our sprocket adapter that we just freed from the mold.